started a joke, but couldn't remember the punchline. Then I fell out of bed, going all red, trying to give myself head. Good evening.
Are you finished? What? Okay.
Yeah, I think I am now.
World War Z is a 2013 American action horror film directed by Mark Forsher. It stars little Bradley Pitt as Jerry Lane, a former United Nations investigator who travels the world seeking a solution for a sudden zombie apocalypse. Sounds like an exciting movie, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That's the premise for a great film. Zombies, United Nations, outbreaks, little Bradley Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
World's most attractive man versus world's most vicious killers.
Zombies. Gosh.
What?
Terrifying zombies.
Are they called zombies in this? I think they are.
They call them Zeeks.
Oh.
Yeah, they're zombies. I think Zeke is the racial slur for zombie.
That's what offended. That's what made all the zombies attack. The racial slur.
They got their pronouns wrong, and then they came up with these racial speciesist slurs.
And they just thought, that's it. We are revolting.
We are living impaired, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you actually watch this film? You've got a habit of not.
No, well, only twice have I not watched the film. I took this one in. I saw it at the movies as well, so I'm well aware of what we're getting into. Yeah, I did.
Well.
Oh, you want me to continue? Normally you just yell, shut up, and cut.
Shut up! God's sake, if you're going to ramble. Yeah, this film came out. There's a bit of controversy. This was a film that went back into reshoots, and they had to rewrite the third act. There was a lot of rewrites going on in this film. There's a lot of people credited. Yeah.
What third act? It was just like zombie scene, finish.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes is what I'm talking about, basically.
It got rewritten. At the disease center.
Yeah, pretty much that whole bit, I imagine.
Wow. So like the only bit that sort of resolved the film.
Yeah. So generally they had a problem with the ending. The budget was about 124 million. After reshoots, it got up to about 195. Once they had a few more shits, it got up to $195 million for this turkey.
Needs a lot of porta potties. He's got IBS, allegedly.
I'm sure a lot of it went to drug habits and alcoholism and covering up, slapping the kids, things like that.
Pepsi sponsorship.
Yeah, Pepsi obviously came in the end and came to the party and said, okay, guys, here's a few million.
That seems about as close to that you remember Wayne's World when they're like, I don't bow down to corporate sponsors. They're holding up like Pizza Hut shit and like, yes, it's the choice of a new generation, Pepsi. It was literally that.
Yeah. I saw this movie in the theater, and when he stood by the Pepsi machine with all the Pepsi cans face forward and drank a refreshing Pepsi, the entire theater laughed like, what the fuck? You know?
He's like, I've just escaped a zombie and we've found the clue, but face the camera, slurp it down.
Yeah, obviously the World Health Organization drinks a lot of Pepsi. It must be good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The WHO knows best. We should all listen to everything the WHO tells us.
No corporate sponsorship there. Yeah.
Brought to you by COVID-19.
Pepsi, COVID-19.
Pepsi 22. Yeah. Maybe that was maybe we didn't need the vaccine. Maybe we all just need to drink more Pepsi.
Probably would have been healthier than. Oh, we're getting yanked off here. Yeah. Um, yeah, let's not go down that road.
No. Zombie films. I think even when this came out back in, what year did you say it came out?
2013.
2013. I feel like this was late to the zombie game. I feel like Walking Dead TV show, a whole bunch of other, 28 days later, 28 weeks later.
28 months.
Yeah, all that stuff came out and was good. And then this was kind of, let's throw this one in there too. Let's just add this on the end. I had read the book before the film came out.
Really?
Book by Max Brooks. Because I liked it good.
Do you know who Max Brooks is?
Oh, he's the son of Mel Brooks, I would assume.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, he is.
Not many Brookses out there. Yeah. I think his dad did better work, let's be fair. Hard to beat Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, and, of course, Blazing Saddles, the cancelable film. So uncancelable that we can't talk about it.
How different's the film from the book?
Very. The book I actually quite enjoyed. The book was more like almost like just articles from around the world about the outbreak. It wasn't, there was no through plot line about, a handsome Brad Pitt traveling the world looking for patient zero. It's just kind of, or is it? I read it a long time ago, but it's a guy collecting stories maybe about all the outbreak, but not actually traveling. I don't remember, but it's better. Anyway, it's more just like little short stories from different countries about the outbreak. And I enjoyed it.
Apparently there was quite a bidding war between Brad Pitt's company Plan B and Leonardo DiCaprio's company Appian Way. They were both bidding for this, and little Brad Pitt won over little Leo.
Well, if Leo had won, it would have been directed by Scorsese, so it might have been a better film. Don't you think?
Might have been an hour longer.
Yeah.
A bit more ponderous.
Yeah, might have had a bit of boob,
Wow.
Like there would have been like a casino scene, and one of the zombies would have been half-dressed.
Starring Joe Pesci. Hey, the fucking zombie over here. You fucking looking at me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I'm funny?
Say something funny, zombie? You think I'm funny, zombie? Yeah. You fucking take a bite out of me, zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have just killed them all with a pencil.
Stab you in the fucking neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the mafia during these things? You think they're about street? Hey, you motherfucker! Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, this film I think started quite well. I enjoyed the initial the initial like, holy fuck, this is happening fast. It showed like a few little news clips while they're eating breakfast, and then he's with his family in the car, and they're driving along, and then all of a sudden there's like ambulances everywhere, and then just swarm of fucking zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was good. That was done well. It was terrifying. Like if from being alive to a bite to zombie killer, 12 seconds or whatever it was, it should get out of control so fucking fast. So I thought they did that really well. I thought that was choice, but then I got tired of Brad Pitt just being able to escape it every time. He never felt like he was in peril.
Yeah, a bit of plot armor there.
You want I guess that's what worked about The Walking Dead, is that, or at least the first few seasons, is that no one was guaranteed to live. I mean, Rick Grimes, sure, but like other major characters died. And that brings a sweet, sweet joy to this type of project. But when it's Brad Pitt, that motherfucker's going to be drinking Pepsi and surviving on the island at the end. They're never going to kill the Brad.
Mm, yeah, yeah, you did kind of waltz through it a bit, I guess, now that you mention it. Um,
He even
but
got, and the fact that he got blood in his mouth and didn't turn, I thought,
yeah,
like if the zombie apocalypse is like AIDS, then blood does it, you know? Blood, semen, or a bite. Actually, I don't know.
semen.
Yeah. Zombies
Oh,
just
no.
running around fucking everybody.
A zombie just ejaculated in my face.
There's a film.
Wash it out with water.
Why haven't we seen that film? Just fuck zombies, just running around rooting everybody.
Zombies fucking my leg.
Yeah. Now I'm a zombie.
Oh, I could turn at any second.
Oh, I could turn at any second.
Stop it, zombie. Stop it. Oh my God.
Zombies. Don't get me, zombies.
Oh, I'm all alone in this room with a comfy bed. I hope a zombie doesn't find me.
I'm leaning on this wall with my trousers half down. Hope
Oh
no
my
zombies
God.
come in.
Oh my God.
Making so much
Stop it,
noise.
zombie. Stop it. Oh my God. You're so bad.
I identify as a zombie.
Come on, get it, zombies. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Zombies. They got no brains.
Yeah, look, it was this was a two seating view, if you know what I mean. I didn't get through it all in one go. Second time around, at the cinema you're kind of stuck there and you have to do it. But this time, yeah, I think I gave up. Where was it? I think just after they left South Korea, and they got back on the plane and flew to Israel. And yeah, I gave up at Israel for a bit because I thought I remembered that whole scene being cool in the cinema, but it wasn't on the little screen where everybody's dancing and chanting and singing, and the zombies hear it and they make a big pyramid and come over the wall.
I have a slightly longer attention span than you. We've had some movies I've had trouble getting through lately in our reviews, but this one breezed by. It's under 2 hours. Always something happening. The story keeps moving. There's a bit of action here and there, and there's enough to keep it interesting. It's not exactly the most deepest film you're ever going to see. Like, it's just
no.
There's no moral to be learned. There's it's just basically every now and then the zombies attack, and you got to move to another place. And it's the hunt for Patient Zero, but we never really find out why Patient Zero happened.
You know what? Looking at it now, as you're speaking, I'm thinking this was just a Brad Pitt vanity vehicle, wasn't it? Because it would have been better if there was like a crack team that went off and did it. But it was literally just Brad Pitt saves the world, wasn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, you would think
is the sole survivor of a plane crash.
In reality, it's 2 years later, and they still don't have an official reason of like any proof of what happened to our pandemic. And we'll never know because there's some people to blame, I imagine, who don't want to be blamed.
Oh, sure.
So, reality in films, it all gets solved in 2 hours by one dude, and in reality, you go years and everyone just points the finger in a different direction, and everyone eventually gives up, I think.
You know what? I think within 6 months we all just went, we've communally forgotten that. Let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah, really? Well, they just decide not to report the findings, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's like any major disaster. You give it sort of 6 months and no one fucking talks about it, you know? It's getting serious. Jeez, nobody wants to listen to a couple of middle-aged fucks talk about world politics.
Anyway, the happy little zombies got killed at the end. Well, so what's happened? They inject themselves with a deadly virus that isn't going to kill them, but it camouflages them, and now they're. Yeah, it was a stupid thing at the end where they go, we found ways to fight back, and what were the ways? Guns.
Well, no, the
set them on fire.
Yeah, guns and stuff, but they were invisible because they had the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, guns and napalm probably would have worked the first time anyway.
My microphone has run away. I'm coming back. There we go. Yes, but it happened so fast. They had 12 seconds. 12 seconds.
That's always the stupid thing I think about zombie movies is how humans are on the run for years when the zombies really aren't any more difficult than a cow. Really. We'd domesticate them in a week, I feel. That's how I think the zombie apocalypse would happen.
Well, I guess the cow's not
they just get herded
fast and trying to eat you, is it? The cow's just like slow and eating grass. I mean, if we had the slow zombies, I agree. Well, there's a question. For you, do you prefer the, like your basic zombie, original zombie, the shuffle zombie, or the running zombie?
Both work. It just depends on how you shoot it. I mean, if you get stuck in a hallway and there's a dead end and something's rambling slowly towards you, but it will overpower you. Oh, that's the thing. With a slow, rambly one, it's like, how strong do you think they are when they're all decaying and stuff? Couldn't you just punch your fist straight through them? And
yeah, I guess it's about numbers.
Yeah, getting overwhelmed. That's pretty horrible. Yeah, I mean, there's some good scenes in those Day of the Dead films, when people just get held down and then just get ripped apart and eaten piece by piece. I watched
there was no eating in this one, was there?
It's pretty. I read some review before saying it's a pretty bloodless affair. I mean, like not a lot of.
Because like the zombies weren't eating, they weren't. Well, that's it, I suppose. Like your traditional zombie eats brains and destroys people. This one was about a virus spreading, so it was just biting people and then moving on. So that's fair. They wasn't there to eat people. It was just biting and creating more.
Yeah.
Just doing the virus thing.
Yeah.
It was so exciting that we're both yawning during the episode to review it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tough one.
It's like certain other viruses we can talk about. Viruses tend to mutate and become more benign because if they kill their host, then they will die inside the host. So they tend to just become more benign and then live in the host and spread over and over again.
Yeah, so that's why when they had plugged themselves with diseases, the zombies didn't want to bite them because it didn't want to put the disease in the thing that was going to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
Yeah. What's your favorite zombie film of all time? And you can't say Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I wouldn't have.
Shame.
You know what? I like the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead. That was a jolly good remake.
Yeah, right.
And also the George A. Romero Dawn of the Dead. Like, that was a better one. I got to give it to, I don't know, 28 weeks later.
Yeah, that was good.
That one had some pretty on the edge of your seat scenes. The music's fucking great, that film. That repetitive counterpoint. I like the sequel. I remember the opening sequence to that. I was watching that in the theater and just like gripping gripping my seat while it was happening. Holy fuck, shit, I'm going to get them. Yeah,
that's a good horror film.
Yeah. I don't really get this from this film's pretty piss weak, really. On the terror and suspense, Yeah,
no sense of danger. It was, and without the zombies, tearing people apart, it's not as scary, you know?
The wife was annoying. Kids were
Stupid
annoying.
bitch. Called him on the phone, just ruined everything.
Yeah, upsetting his day, putting pressure on him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you brought up a good point a little earlier in the episode. And I wanted to ask if you could have. I'm going to give you two options, and whichever one you pick, you could never see a film made by the other one again. Right? So you're going Brad Pitt or Leo, which is your preferred leading man?
Oh, Leo.
Yeah?
Brad Pitt makes a lot of boring art house shit films in between.
Right.
Remember killing them softly? Fucking hell.
No, don't remember that.
Yeah, dog shit. Yeah, he makes a lot of crap, man. 7 years into he makes a lot of films I just can't be bothered with. Oh, fuck off. But, DiCaprio is always in pretty much a good one, I think. Has he got too many bad ones?
And Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, cut those two out, but everything else.
Get rid of child Leo, just adult Leo. Just
the Basketball Diaries was good.
I don't remember that one.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? That was all right.
Oh, it was all about Johnny Depp. That was Johnny Depp and the obese mother, wasn't it?
Mm.
And nobody ate any grapes. That's what disappointed me.
Oh. Well, Winona might have.
Was she in that?
She might have eaten Gilbert's grape.
Oh, I see. Well, which one was Gilbert? Wasn't Gilbert
Johnny
Leo?
Depp? I don't know. Yeah, she ate him.
All right.
Why not?
Who wouldn't?
Why wouldn't you?
Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Leo.
I'd shit on his bed.
I'd cut his finger off. Ooh.
Yeah. Of course you would. Any of us would.
Oh, bless his heart.
It was the dog.
Dog. Yeah. So you enjoy this film?
Look, I got through it. I wouldn't recommend it. Or maybe I would. I'd recommend it to people that were curious or liked zombie films. Because it's, any zombie film's good. Goodish, I suppose. But it's not top tier. I mean, I think
it's a zombie film for people that don't like blood and violence that usually comes with zombies.
It was a zombie film for the ladies because you just get to look at Brad Pitt for 2 hours.
It's a PG zombie film.
Yeah.
It's soft horror, isn't it? Like very soft.
It was.
Action horror. Well, not even horror, really.
When you want to introduce your young children to zombie films, you could do a lot worse than what was he?
Walking Dead's got a lot more gruesome things in it than this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Walking Dead's kind of, well, again, disclaimer, at least I'll give you the first 4 seasons of Walking Dead, and then the rest can just fuck right off.
Yeah, it got to a point where they were murdering children, and I started going, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, it happens to shows. They do like the fonts, and they jump the shark, and, it becomes about money, and they just keep it going. Very rarely do shows survive 5 years plus.
Well, they spun it off and kept going.
They have. It doesn't mean it's good. It means they're just... Somebody's watching it and they're making money. Or somebody's buying it. Doesn't mean anybody's watching it.
Yeah, it was good. I got frustrated when they killed one of the villains in Walking Dead. When they came to that village and the governor, the place set up, when they killed him, I thought, that was the most interesting part gone.
Yeah. And it just became every season there was like a villain of the season.
Yeah.
They'd beat it and they'd move on to the next problem, and you just and then they go, no, this is the big villain, and they'd keep it for 2 seasons, and then by the time they got into the second season, you're like, I wish they'd fuck off that bad guy. We're saying this, we hated it, but I watched a lot more than I should have.
Yeah. Well, that's what frustrates me is I think like humans would figure the zombies out and just start herding them like cattle. Like they're not that bright. We can work our way around them. We're fairly intelligent things. They're dumb.
Mm.
I just don't think society would get back to normal really quickly, and we'd just have a slave race of zombies. I think more or less. We'd probably have them as sex slaves.
I'd probably be in the first wave of the dead, to be fair. I just wouldn't see it coming. I'd be distracted. I'd be on my phone or some shit. And some zombie would just, even one of those slow motherfuckers, he'd just roll up behind me and I'm scrolling away and they'd just nail me in the neck. Boom. I'd be going from a phone zombie to an actual zombie.
You know me. I'm 3 feet away from a sword right now. So I'm hanging out for the zombie apocalypse.
Look, we all know you, Daniel. You're there, just waiting for the fuck zombies. You're just prepped and ready in your bedroom. Come and get me.
I'm gonna have a bandana. I'm gonna have my samurai sword, and I'm just gonna start looting.
All right.
I'm just gonna start looting and killing zombies. And I'm gonna drive around in a pickup truck with a big turbocharger on it, and
Sweet.
I'm gonna have bull bars, and I'm just gonna run zombies over all day and rescue princesses. I've got it worked out.
So by rescue princesses, you mean abduct healthy women?
Woman will become like a currency in the future. The zombie apocalypse. Let's face it. We'll be swapping women. We'll be looking in their mouths and checking out their teeth. And, no. Can't you dig a ditch?
Nice working with you again. We almost made it to episode 100.
As soon as civilization becomes uncivilized, watch out, feminists.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
So anyway, this was a movie.
This was a movie, and much like this episode, it's a hard one to get through. But let's tell you about our sponsor,
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Yeah.
Cool, refreshing Pepsi.
Cool, refreshing Pepsi.
It's a good film. You get through it, but it's kind of lightweight. There's nothing new. It's not scary. It's the zombie movie for kids. I think that's kind of the wrap up. But it's you can do worse.
Yeah, all right. Well, look, if you had to wander on down to your local United Video and pick, you're getting World War Z, and you need to pick a second one to double feature on your Friday night, what are you picking?
I'm going to go I Am Legend. That's a bit of a better one, I think.
Oh, with Will slap you in the face, get my wife's name out of your mouth, Smith.
Get my wife's motherfucking name out your mouth. He went full
ghetto
on that one, didn't he?
Well, he didn't Samuel L. Jackson it.
Oh, he went full
ghetto. Yeah, you might need to do some editing now at the end of the episode. You did that to yourself.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think people know what I mean. Like he started talking black, didn't he? He went ghetto. Everyone saw it.
Ghetto. That's the perfect phrase. So editing, he went ghetto. So say that again, and we'll go from there.
He went full ghetto, didn't he?
He sure did.
Right. He went urban. Let's face it.
He was hollering, and then he walked up on that stage, and he slapped that motherfucker in the mouth. And then he went and sat back down, and then later on in the evening, and won an Oscar. What a cunt. What were we talking about? Double featuring I Am Legend. Yeah. Okay. Good choice. You know what? I'm going to double feature it with another film where the star of the show, it's just a one-man show. The original John Wick. No zombies, but still it's just one guy running around kicking ass. And it's a good palate cleanser to actually see some violence after this one.
Yeah, there's not much. Like the whole third act, he hides behind desks and things, sneaks by zombies. Then he's in a room with a zombie locked outside the door, and then he just walks past the zombie. You don't get a lot of
injected himself with the plague or something, I suppose. But yeah, I found.
Had
I guess
cool, refreshing Pepsi, tasty beverage,
ice cold Pepsi in that building that had been overrun by zombies. Yeah,
the zombies did not touch the Pepsi. Did you notice? It's unfortunate. Why would you avoid the Pepsi when it's so cool and refreshing?
That's how you solve a zombie apocalypse. Just give them all Pepsi.
9 out of 10 people prefer Pepsi over Coke. Did you know?
I am the one who doesn't.
Yeah, no one does.
I don't know. Do they make vanilla Pepsi? Because I like vanilla Coke. Yeah, this is getting rambly. I don't know. Are you going to rate this motherfucker? Do you rate it highly or do you rate it lowly?
IMDb, the cold-hearted sons of bitches over there have given it 8. Averages out at 7. Someone gave it an 8. Mother Nature is a serial killer. Someone gave it a 9. Something new in an overloaded genre. No, there's not. Someone gave it a 4. 28 months later for morons. Ooh. And 5, a very puzzling missed opportunity. 3 of them are right. Something new in an overloaded genre was new.
Yeah, I think it was just let's cash in on the zombie thing, and Brad Pitt wanted in. I mean, again, they might have found the source material, the book, and gone, yeah, it's gonna fucking work. It just didn't. I can see how it tried to pull the multiple stories from the book and have him go around and, you know, experience different events. But it just felt like zombie set piece, drink a Pepsi. And then like a soft ending, wasn't it?
Contagion? Was it the Matt Damon virus movie not long ago? Pandemic? Watching that after going through a pandemic, you watch it and go, bullshit, no one does that. We didn't do anything that sensible. We went and hoarded toilet paper.
Yeah. And just
put teddy bears in windows.
I don't want the fucking vaccine. The government's trying to put a microchip in me.
Pandemic. What happens? People stay at home and go for walks every afternoon.
Yeah. Make babies.
I think the birth rate's down now for some reason. It's not going to it. Yeah, what am I going to give it? I'll give it a 7. Like, it's not bad.
Oh,
it's good. It's watchable, but it's no violence for a zombie film, and it's just middle of the road for the masses. So I don't think it's a 28 months later for morons. I think it's a 28 months later for mums and dads in a family movie. That's what it is. Zombie movie. A zombie family movie. Family zombie movie.
Bring the kids.
Yeah. Soft.
Yeah. I agree with everything you've said, except your rating. I'm giving it only 4 chopped off arms out of 10, because that was the best scene. She got bit, grabbed the blade, and he went shank, chopped her arm off. What a man! What any man should do.
She just didn't really react that much for someone who had their arm cut off.
Wow.
It hurts for a moment. I'm over it now. It's just you put a jacket on it, so it must be fine now. It doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, you go into shock and then you don't feel a fucking thing. But it's like, you remember that movie Saw, where the dude chops his own leg off and then just sort of limps out? You know, you can do shit.
Can you?
You can lift cars off people with adrenaline.
I broke a leg once and I could not move at all. Boom. Stuck. Oh, I'm not. Didn't cry.
Gonna fucking waste you.
Didn't cry, but couldn't move.
I bet you scream like a bitch.
No, Nah, actually, like breaking the leg was the least painful bit. It was kind of like 2 surgeries later. I was like fucking over it, just tired, and yeah.
Should have just macheted that motherfucker off in the street.
It does. Initially, it was, I guess, like numb. Its own numbing kind of a thing.
Mm.
I didn't find it that bad. A broken leg.
Right. You found it strange
Yeah.
you had a massive boner.
What?
I don't know. I just felt this episode was too smut free, so I just threw one in there.
Yeah. Needed side boob. Zombie side boob. Yeah. Is there no zombies who became zombies while they were at a lingerie shoot? Like that seems like a missed opportunity.
Victoria's Secret zombies. It happens. Yeah. All right.
Wait, did you watch that Zack Snyder zombie movie? Forget what it was called. Nah.
Yeah.
It's when they're at the casino in Las Vegas and stuff, and you had showgirl zombies with the boobs hanging out.
It's Army of the Dead.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was awful.
Anyway,
we did an episode on it, didn't we?
No, we didn't. God, shut your mouth. Oh, yeah.
Mate, we've been doing this so long.
Can we put some money on it?
We can't even remember. No, we can't put any money on it because all my money's held up in my investments in the Bahamas.
Right.
Let's end this piece of shit. I'm so sorry, all the listeners. Fuck you. Come back next week. It'll be better.
I can't all... Fuck you. Come back. Yeah, fuck you, fans. Come back later.
Yeah.
All right. Another perfect episode.
Oh, dear.